welcome to the Morning DNA. I am Aaron Dicer, the man of a single black shirt. She is Danae Hughes, the woman of a million distractions.
And a black shirt.
And a black shirt. And he is the man with the gorgeous accent from beyond the sea. It's Ian Whittington joining us this morning as well.
Beyond the sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
Somewhere beyond my wildest sea.
Nope, wrong one.
No.
Also, apparently with a cardigan as well.
So this is Danae's birthday. So we figured we'd have a special guest on with us. Ian's hanging out with us
He
for a
flew
couple
from
weeks.
London just for this
He's-
birthday show.
He's literally right over here. We're touching
Oh, you can't
hands.
see us touching,
We're touching hands right now. It's
special.
Quick,
it's
Ian,
amazing.
pull him. Pull him so we can see
Nope,
him
too
fall.
late.
Nope,
Too
don't
late.
do that.
Too late.
Oh, the board is gone.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We are just a little bit late this morning because we had to grab some coffee
Listen,
beforehand.
When a woman wants coffee on her birthday, a woman gets coffee on her
That's
birthday.
right. That's right. Absolutely correct. So it's going to be the morning Ian A. Ian?
What?
DNA?
But if Ian is the N in DNA, then it works.
Yes, exactly.
I will change my name. That's fine. I will just be known as N from now on.
Or Nian.
Yes.
Nian? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Something
I
like that.
I am bothered that you're both taller than me. And so hold on a second.
Yeah, if you need to fix it, feel free to.
What?
There you go. Oh no,
Oh,
Ian's.
no.
Oh, sorry, Ian.
All right. Fine. I have a solution for this. Just 1 second.
I don't know how long this is going to go. Hey, it worked. Nicely done.
Yeah, I'll just fix that.
Well done. Well done.
This is really strange.
whoa.
I literally cannot. My feet are not touching the ground right now. I feel like a kid in school. My feet are like just
amazing.
swinging.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we're still going to do, kind of the morning DNA show, but we'll have a little bit of an extra topic thanks to Ian hanging out with us today. Ian, as I think we've mentioned, is from England.
Technically, not England itself. He's
What?
from
What?
the planet England. He's from.
Wait, is England not on the
No,
planet?
wait,
I
hold
know
on.
we voted
He's-
out of Europe,
No.
but we're still on
He's
the
from-
planet.
He's from the weather pattern England.
Yes, the weather pattern formerly known as the United Kingdom.
What Danae is referring to is we looked at a map
I'm
of
gonna see if I can pull that up. I want to show
England
everybody.
over the continental United States, and Danae described it as a weathern pattern over Missouri. So I described it as Texas sneezing onto Oklahoma and Missouri, so in Iowa.
That
but,
happens.
So
but
glad
yes.
that I've gone from me personally, I've gone from having an empire which spans most of the earth to a sneeze from Texas. That is quite the fall from grace.
Lolly from your neck of the woods says Southern accents. So
He's not wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but
It is. We all have Southern accents.
there it is. There's Texas's sneeze.
Yeah, that's great.
So
Achoo.
no, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. It was red, and so but I'm not going there at all. It really is kind of like the top of Arkansas, Missouri, and Iowa. So that's not.
Yeah, we're pretty small. Pretty small.
I did
There
not.
you go.
I did not realize how small, and it's blowing my mind. It
Yeah.
is. It's mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say thanks to everybody for all the happy birthday wishes?
Yeah. Elizabeth says, "Happy birthday today. Greetings from a train going into Ottawa."
Ottawa,
Ottawa.
darling. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Nice.
Also, hello to Baby Slab, and thank you to everybody who has been able to hop in the chat and say hi this morning. My mom is in chat. Shout out to the mom who did
Yeah.
the work to make this my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So-
totally.
Yeah.
9 months of brewing.
Jetsmet says, "What is this England you speak of? Is it near London?"
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Question answered.
And then let's see. Joseph says, "Ian talks, and I have the sudden urge to hurl a crate of tea into the harbor." So just really coming with the heat, the high heat.
Poor Ian. He's like, hey, listen, I'm coming to visit. And I have just a couple really important prerequisites. And one is that I have tea and milk.
Yep, really easy.
And-
Super easy.
Neither of those have happened.
Neither of those have happened until recently. So
Day 7 of being in America. Ian has still not had a cup of tea.
it's true. It's
It's
true.
been like a week, and he's like just drying
I'm
out.
dying. I'm all shriveled up inside. Like, this coffee's great, but it's very American.
Yeah. Yeah. Jagged says, is that little landmass the island Ian is always talking about? No, that's a different landmass.
Right. How would it be acceptable for me and my accent to say Ireland?
There you go. You just did it.
But
You
that's
say
in
it
an Irish accent.
with an Irish accent. If you say Ireland with an Irish accent, you know,
Ireland.
there you go. Then you're all set.
That sounds like a pirate.
Here, I'm gonna do this. You guys are already
Ireland.
just talking to each other anyway. And it's weird to be little. Like you're just looking at each other in the room.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna
You're
block him out.
conversing. No, go ahead. I love it. No. Just keep doing that. I love it.
Ireland. Just stop staring at me.
Stop.
Don't look at me like that.
Stop staring at me, Swan.
Gotta haze the new guy. Any ideas?
Do like being in the middle though. That's cool.
Any ideas? Let me know.
Lolly says, but also Walmart has PG tips. Get your butt to Wally Mart.
Really? It's not my preferred tea, but
yeah.
it'll do.
Yeah, we can go get some PG tips. I think I need to do a Walmart run anyway. So yeah.
Like, what is a PG tip? Is that like
I don't
some
know.
sort of,
It's a
like bathroom item? It's
No,
like a
PG.
Q-tip?
What are you PG tipping it? No, it's so PG Tips is a brand, but it's like brand mascot is chimpanzees, and they have very animated chimpanzees.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
don't know
because
if
when
that
I think of
helps, but-
tea, I think of animals that throw their poop. This one's from Daredevil, who says, "Is England something from Star Trek?"
I mean, this England is something from Star Trek. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see.
Ian coming to America is like the reverse Ted Lasso.
Well, I mean, this is where I make my debut announcement that I'm going to be coaching a sports ball team. I haven't decided what sport yet.
Yeah. Lolly coming in with the help from a fellow UKer. Walmart has PG tips and Tetley's.
Now, Tetley's is good. Tetley's is very good.
All right.
Okay.
Now we know what
Might
to
have
look
do it.
like.
Just
Yeah.
not Yorkshire tea.
However,
tea is the
does
one.
our local Walmart have this,
a great
or
question.
we're gonna have
Don't-
to go on the hunt?
Don't tease me.
Okay, we'll go.
will-
To the,
I get it.
We'll go to the
Tease
big
me.
one.
Tease.
I get it.
See them looking
yeah,
at each other.
got it,
Oh,
got it.
it's so cute.
Bye today. Well, that's great. That took like 9 minutes.
I missed her already. I had to get her
Oh,
back.
I was like, how did I get
It's your
back so
birthday.
fast?
It's your birthday. You have to be here for
Yeah.
your birthday.
Yeah.
We
So-
were having the conversation in the vehicle over on the way to get coffee because yes, the three of us went and got coffee together this morning.
As I demanded.
As Danae demanded on her birthday. We were having the conversation that in many ways, what Danae is experiencing now between Ian and I, we all experience with the other two at some time. Where it's
Very
like,
true.
okay, you two are going to gang up on me now. I get it. I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
We each
it's
have
okay.
2 of a person now.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. That's fun. All right. So we're going to. You want to shoe a dough, Danae? You want to shoe a dough?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So we're going to do the D, Ian, A, and U. So we're going to do a D topic, an A topic, and an Ian topic as well. So we're going to talk about some stuff and then save your U questions for the end. We'll get through as many as we can. D, you get to talk, kick us off. What's your D topic today?
I am going to be talking about birthday memories because that's just an easy reach.
Mm-hmm.
However, I did write that and then didn't save because we were having some issues with the background. So let me, Aaron,
Yeah.
Ian, quick, talk.
Vamp? You want us to vamp?
Vamp.
Ian, talk about the time you met Danae's dogs.
Oh, I met the puppies. I met the puppies in real life. So there was definitely a this smell is new. So Reese has decided to immediately be inside of my mouth for as long as possible.
And with that, you know what? I'm back. It's great. We're ready to go. A really easy reach. Just birthday memories. I think like we all have some birthday that stands out. I have a few. My mom and dad used to put together pretty big birthday parties for me when I was growing up. And one of the ones I remember the most, and these might all be like converged and like together, but my mom had this big birthday weekend thing planned. And so I had a whole bunch of friends come over to the house for a sleepover. And because my dad was building an addition onto our house, we had essentially a door that used to lead into this small like little annex or something, and he tore that down and built this big, huge open room that they were going to split up into multiple kind of rooms. But at the time, it was just this one big open room, and so I got to have all my friends pile in there with like sleeping bags and stuff on the floor. And of course we had cake and a party. And I think there was a scavenger hunt maybe to the mall. And again, I might be combining multiple birthdays, but you know how your brain makes its own memories sometimes.
Yep, totally.
Could be dealing with that. But it was so fun because there was just so many people that I enjoyed spending time with. And it was a blast. That may also be the birthday where Wayne's World soundtrack was really popular. And so we did headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody. And I think I have a picture of like little Danae standing on the daybed in my room that had paint splattered all over the wall. And like I was able to draw on my walls growing up. My mom let me draw my walls, my parents rather. And so I could like, be really artistic and stuff. So all of this stuff going on. I'm skipping so many details I want to share with you, but and there's friends everywhere. And I'm headbanging. And so my hair is like in that huge like arc of hair along with all of my other friends. It was like this epic picture of all of us headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody and passing out after having a high of birthday cake sugar. And that was a really fun memory for me. So awesome. I thought that I would just ask you guys if you had fun little moments.
Lolly says, my birthday is April 1st. Every year my dad would joke that I overslept and missed my birthday because it was 2nd of April now. Every year.
Never gets old.
That's a good dad right there.
That's a good dad.
I also have a child born on the 1st of April. It is a fun birthday. Fun birthday indeed. I'm just trying to think of like a birthday memory, and the only one I remember, we had a house in Ohio that had a deck that was probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet off the ground. And I remember one birthday, my friends and I decided that we were going to jump off that deck. And that was just going to be like, we were going to do the risky thing and take the leap and do it. And so that was like a really exciting birthday because all of my friends made that jump. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And it was that birthday that I realized, no, I don't have to prove anything.
That's not me.
That's not me. I'm just not that guy. It's like, you guys are cool and everything. Feel free, but I'm gonna stay up here with the cake and ice cream.
That's where you belong, like cake and ice cream land. You gotta get.
I watched each of them like land and like roll and stuff, and I'm like, that doesn't look great. It doesn't look fun to me. I don't know.
I like my knees.
Yeah, that's really really interesting.
What kind of cake do you like for your birthday, Aaron?
Me now, lemon cake is great. I love lemon cake. Back then it was chocolate. I still like a good moist chocolate cake. Here's the thing. I hate icing. So I just ate the cake. Like I would take all the icing off and, give it to whoever my friends liked icing. And it was just eat the cake because the icing was too sweet for me. So yeah, but cake is nice because it's got a nice like density to it that doesn't feel like it's overly sweet. It's like a bread, like that bread part of it,
Is it like a biscuit?
It's like a biscuit, which we will get more into in my topic
nice.
This morning. So, but yes. Let's see. White Ox says, my 3rd grade birthday, my parents invited all the kids in my class. We had pizza and played games outside. One of my neighbors threw up. It was great.
As all great stories end.
Let's see. Real Monkey says, my grandma used to make amazing devil food cake, which is really lovely chocolate cake. I miss them. Haven't had one for years. Yeah, devil's food is
maybe
that's
that would have been a better topic. Is your favorite kind of cake? I love cake so much.
We're there now.
What is your favorite?
We're there now.
What is your favorite today?
Strawberry cake. But it's got to be from a very specific person, and that's the trickiest part. Is because when you have the perfect cake the best bite you've ever had, you realize that this was made by someone in this very specific moment, and you might not be able to repeat this ever again. So if you can find that person that continues to make cake, make them your best friend.
Keep them close.
Nice.
Keep them close. Oh my gosh, so good.
That Weeda says, I got a baby cousin for my 10th birthday. Oh, there you go. That's fun.
It's kind of strange they gave a 10-year-old a baby, but okay.
Yeah, let's be clear. Like your own child, or somehow your own cousin was your like. How does that work? If it's your baby and your cousin,
Can I be rude? I'm gonna be rude.
Uh-huh.
I feel like when you're 10 and it's your birthday, and someone else has a baby, it usurps your own birthday, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So then the adults are like, you got a baby for your birthday to try to make the 10-year-old
Make it better.
feel
Nope.
important. But when in reality, it's not about you anymore. So maybe you're saying that you got one because you've been conditioned to think that was fun for you. In
Right.
reality, where are your presents? Where's the attention that you deserve?
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm rude. Sorry.
Castorf has kind of a good outlook on that, dealing with a Christmas birthday. My birthday's the day after Christmas. I love it. It feels like everyone is celebrating my birthday already. That is a nice silver lining to that whole Christmas birthday thing, where it's like, do I get as many presents as I would if my birthday was in
The answer is
May?
no, you don't.
No, you probably
My
don't.
dad's the same. He's born on the 29th.
Yeah. Let's see. Danae, another birthday wish. Made Reaper 338. Happy birthday, Danae. Much love from your friends in Ranch Farm. Heights.
My ranch fam.
Yeah.
My RP Ranch fam. Hey,
Ranch Fam.
Thank you.
Yes, correct.
And
Correct.
thanks to
Absolutely.
Jets and Chris for your subs on Twitch. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you so much.
Real Mikey says German chocolate is my favorite cake to have on my birthday. That's a good one. Ice cream cake can be good too. Like a good ice cream cake, that works well too.
No,
But,
it doesn't.
Okay, never mind. Ian, any good birthday memories?
Yeah, my 18th was pretty memorable.
Yeah.
It was kind of all of my friends from college came over and we set up kind of, everyone had a function in a different room. So one room had the Xbox going. The other room was like, we've got some card games going on. We've got some board games. And about 3 hours into the party, I kind of realized that there were less people in the house than there were supposed to be. I was like, where is everyone? Where have they all gone? And I head upstairs to my bedroom, and my best buddy, Tom, who is Mormon, was giving a sermon in my bedroom. and he had managed to cultivate quite the following. And because we were all 18, we were all kind of curious, and everybody knew that my friend was Mormon and had the standard questions.
Right.
And said, is it okay if we ask? And he loved it. He is such a public speaker. He chaired all of the questions.
amazing.
They were
It's
all
amazing.
cross-legged on the floor. Yeah, I was like,
amazing.
yep, well, I guess this is my party now.
That's incredible.
Tell us about the special underwear. That would be
Wait, what?
That would be my first question.
Is
to-
there?
to
How did?
Mormon.
When did you find
Oh, I
out about
missed that.
special? Did you know about the special underwear when you were younger?
I've studied the Mormon religion a little bit. It's fun stuff. It's interesting stuff. Yeah. So.
Go on. Tell everybody.
No,
about
no.
special underwear.
That would just be my first question. I
Hey,
want to hear
Ian,
about the
I'm going to
special
change
underwear.
your question for today to what is the
Oh,
special
no.
Mormon underwear?
I have
No.
some answers that Tom may not approve of, but nothing officially Mormon.
Let's see. What is this from That's Not My Name Too? Last year, I made myself a dark chocolate cake with screwball ganache. It was pretty good. I don't even know some of those words. What somebody help me out who knows like cooking more. What is a ganache?
I think that is like a berry compote.
Oh, like a compote? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But-
think.
But what is a screwball ganache?
I think
That
that's
I don't know.
I thought that was a drink.
No.
Is it?
Ganache isn't a drink.
No, not a ganache, but a screwball is a
Oh,
drink.
the screwball. Yeah, that might be.
So
That's
what if it was a
screwdriver.
screwball ganache drink? Like a dark chocolate cake with an alcoholic beverage.
If only we had access to some kind of internet superhighway where we could find out for certain.
Go ahead, you do it today.
The answer is a peanut butter whiskey. If only we had a way to have looked that up ourselves and sound like we know what we're doing.
Would have been great.
Real Monkey says, I had another great birthday where I visited Krakow in Poland. It was a lovely... That's how the locals say it. Yeah. No, that is
So
definitely...
sorry.
Yeah,
I have a
that-
lot of energy this morning. I am so sorry.
when you ask somebody from there where they live, they're like, Krakow! So,
Yep.
yeah. Anyhow, it was a lovely visit. Lots of lovely food and drink. Krakow is a beautiful city. So thank you, Real Monkey, for that. Ganache is a thick chocolate. So
Yeah.
I'm
That I knew.
still a little bit confused about... So the screwball ganache is like a thick chocolate with peanut butter whiskey in it. I'm guessing.
Probably.
Inside the cake. That sounds fascinating.
We're going to need a lot of answers before we can move on. But also, Lolly is right. We need more Bake Off in our life.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's
Yeah.
probably
Kind of
true.
like, I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, that's a ganache.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
interesting. So maybe it's like the icing. Maybe you put the whiskey and the icing in somehow.
That does sound good.
Maybe.
This sounds like us trying to figure out complicated recipes.
Listen, me trying to talk alcoholic anything is always going to be a trip. I don't know my way around.
Yeah,
the
but we're
bar,
like trying
so.
to deconstruct a really simple explanation. Like I've been watching Top Chef because I didn't watch the most recent season, so I'm just now watching the most recent season. And
Jamie's amazing. I love Jamie.
so I'm watching it, and you know how they come to the table and they're like, "Today I have for you a fortified pea crust, reduced with a," and then they like insert all these incredible words. I don't know what they mean. I don't know what the foods are. I've never heard of this stuff before. That's what we're doing now. We're taking that sentence and trying to figure out what that means. We're deconstructing the one sentence explanation. So
Yeah.
it's great. It's wonderful.
That's Not My Name Too says, I guess I'll make another one and bring it for Sin Week. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
Which is coming.
Sin Week tickets will be available for purchase to the public next week. So that's...
Yeah, you guys want to join
Exciting.
us in Nashville? Watch for those tickets to go on sale because they're not going to last. We don't have very many seats.
I think currently, there are about 30 tickets left. So yeah, they are going fast. All right, let's move on to the Ian topic.
Hey.
Ian, what do you got?
What level of audience participation are you comfortable with at a show?
A live show?
So, yeah, this was inspired by our trip to the cinema yesterday, and people were very vocal. And it wasn't necessarily one of those films you would expect. And in England, like, it has to be hilarious to get a huh. Otherwise, it is deathly silent. But that kind of goes for shows, live shows, recordings, whatever. Anything where there is an audience, I would probably exclude a gig or concert from that, because from that I don't expect everybody to be silent and just standing still and nodding in acceptance, but kind of like a play or a cinema experience.
Yeah, it was interesting for you saying it because I will tell you, we went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife was the movie, right? And we went last night, and I didn't think there was a ton of audience interaction at all. Like, people were laughing when it was funny and those kind of things.
They should not do that.
And Ian, we get in the vehicle afterwards, and Ian is like, "Are they always that noisy?" And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Wow, that was such a rowdy crowd, and like only 3 people laughed.
Yeah.
What are you guys on?
Lolly agrees with you. Lolly says, "Yes, thank you, Ian." Yeah, that's interesting, those cultural differences. We have that here too with I have movie critic friends who are black, and they talk often about the black movie experience, cinema going experience, and how verbal it is, and how oftentimes in black culture there's this call and response, right? Kind of comes from you see it in church, you see it at movies, you see it like there's this freedom to have like a back and forth with whatever's going on from the stage. And so that to me is like, wow, that's interesting. You know, you're like yelling things back to the characters in the movie. That's that next level of, participation or whatever. But no, it's so funny that, so I'm guessing in England, it's all just like,
Yeah, I love the idea of that back and forth on paper, but in reality, I just want everybody to be quiet and enjoy what's been put on the screen. Thank you very much. But it is, I didn't think that was abnormal, because it's what I've grown up with, and it is very, very, very quiet. Like, the only time I've seen real excitement was at the end of Star Trek 2009, and that's because we'd managed to see it in like a really tiny cinema about 2 weeks before it was actually out to the public, and everybody just stood up at the end and applauded. So even then, it wasn't during the film, and it was the most English reaction, just very polite.
Nice little golf clap.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I prefer it silent.
Those English sports have that same kind of feel too, right? Like golf and tennis. Like, they have very much a...
snooker.
Snooker.
Snooker, yeah, very... In fact, you get shushed by the referee
Right.
Or umpire? What does snooker have?
I don't know. I've
One
never
of
played
those.
snooker.
Billiards.
Castro says all of it, all of the participation.
It's okay to be wrong. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lolly adds that it is so weird to be clapping at a screen.
Yeah.
Run, mum 70. Because it's one, so it's like run. Right?
Sure. I would just go R1MA78, but yeah.
You would probably be right about that. No audience participation in a movie, which Jets appears to agree with, but then Breezy adds, if you're at a child's movie with a 4-year-old, you should expect it.
That's fair. That's very
I've told
fair.
that story because I started going to movies late in life. Like I didn't go to a movie theater until I was like in college. Like, I think I was 19 before I went to a movie at a movie theater. And one of the first movies I went to was Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think. And I was excited to see this movie, and there were children there.
Oh, gross.
And they were reacting to all sorts of
Yes.
things, and it was one of those moments where I was like, oh right, because other people are in here and they get to have their experience and I'm having my experience. In general, I think I don't mind it as well, especially at concerts where it's kind of expected, those kind of things.
That's totally different.
But for a movie, as long as you aren't distracting from my ability to comprehend the movie, then I'm going to be okay. But we also had a movie talker in our row, which is one of those people
I hate that.
Well, there's two kinds. There's one kind that just doesn't care that there's a movie going on and they're talking to their neighbor. This wasn't that.
No.
The other kind of movie talker is the person who is talking through all the plot points, introductions, those kind of, oh, that's such and such. Oh, they're going to do this now. Oh, did you see that reference that just happened on the screen?
And for a movie
Stop.
like this,
Stop talking.
for a movie like this, that is rough because
Yeah.
it's reference
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. My oldest son is very much, he should go watch movies in England because he can't stand reactions in movies.
Yeah.
He's like,
the
why
same.
are you laughing? Why are you clapping? We're watching a movie together. Respect my
I'm
audio
the same.
space. So,
Silence. This is
Yeah,
my
when you go to
scene.
a movie, I would think about the people around me and what they're experiencing. But that's like kind of me in general. I would usually think about the people that are around me and if they're okay. I don't walk in and then it's just about me. You might be surprised by that. It's true though. Especially, but at the theater, it's like let people experience the movie. If you like laugh at something or you have a reaction that's just like a gut reaction, like a guffaw or a shocking like gasp or something, things you can't really help, they just sort of come out of you. That's one thing. But if you can control yourself, don't talk. Oh, I hate it. Oh my gosh, I hate it. The worst is when someone leans over and it's like, what did I miss? Because they weren't paying attention.
Oh yeah.
Or they're like, who is that? Because they didn't come prepared.
If you didn't do the brief, didn't do any like research
It's
before
like
they got in.
someone starting Lord of the Rings in the third one and asking who everyone on screen is. You know,
Nope.
like something like that. Like,
Nope.
Anyway,
Yeah,
and
don't do that.
I've had similar things happen like that. It's like, no. You don't get to. You just watch it, enjoy whatever you enjoy. We'll talk afterwards, and if you have to see it again, that's on you.
Yeah. I want to put up this comment by Whiteout because I kind of want to get Ian's thought on this too. He says, I think it really depends on the audience and film. Marvel fans reacting to Cap with Mjolnir, fantastic. Is that, if you watch those videos where you see theaters absolutely go nuts at moments like that, does that give you goosebumps or does that give you like anxiety?
Anxiety all the way.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Okay. All right.
And I'll clarify because I will not begrudge anybody that moment. If you can experience that pure joy of, wow, this is something I will never see on screen again. This is outstanding.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that away from anybody. Me personally, it detracts from the moment because I suddenly become very aware that if that was me doing that, everyone is looking at me cheering. And it doesn't matter if the entire room is cheering. I'm now doing something in public that is very noticeable. So I would, maybe it takes something away from the moment, but I would just be there going, that was cool. And that's all I need.
I love that stuff, man. Like it was my, like I watched, so I had both experiences. I watched Endgame with a group of critics and not much, if any, noise in the room. and then like a couple days later went to an opening show of Endgame with a packed IMAX crowd. And that packed crowd was one of the best movie going. Like everybody was there. Yeah. It was like the energy and euphoria of like a great sporting event almost. And it just, I don't know. I loved that. That was fun.
There is something about reactions in a movie that are really, really powerful. There's like certain cinematic moments that you would not experience if you're watching it at home. That's true. For example, one that I can think of off the top of my head, and I'm sure there's others if I really gave it thought, was the moment that was it Vision picked up Thor's hammer?
No, that's what we're talking about. Captain America picking
America.
up Mjolnir.
That moment, and then there's a couple of others that were in that kind of arena where everyone's just like
on your left, like when everybody started coming on your left. That
was so good. But I still just went, cool.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. That works. Breezy Lady B. When I was a teenager, we were watching a Jerry Lewis film at a retreat one evening. His boat was heading for the shore full speed. All the characters were yelling at him to jump, and he wasn't jumping. And I yelled, "Jump!" Everyone in the room turned and he laughed.
That's amazing.
There you go. The only time I can remember speaking out loud to the screen was M. Night at the end of, was it Split, where it tied it in?
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it was happening. And I couldn't control myself. I just kept, saying very loudly to the screen, "Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't,
no, you
M.
did
Night.
not,
no,
sir.
you did not."
No.
It was amazing. Let's see.
I will say I'm enjoying the irony of how much audience participation we require for this discussion about audience participation to work.
It's true. White Duck says, "Yes, Aaron, no distractions. Cheer, laugh, whatever. Talking to the screen, no." Well, that's kind of where I land, pretty much.
I'm quite happy to do it to the TV, though. So there's loads of moments where I've watched Doctor Who and that's happened. And I shout at the TV. But that's because I'm on my own and no one's watching me, I hope. Aaron? Are you watching me?
Always.
Okay, good.
Jagged says, "When we saw Eternals, my friend and I started clapping when it got to the IKEA table scene because we were so tired of seeing it in trailers and in front of every movie since June."
My goodness.
This is something I don't experience, but I will tell you, I notice sometimes in movies where something is really funny and the audience doesn't react. And I'm like,
it was
that's in the trailer, because I'm there going,
yeah, that is so apparent with the IKEA. Ball line, and it is in every trailer.
It's such a great line. I thought it was great, but I hadn't seen it before.
Not after the 15th time you've seen it.
Stop watching trailers.
Stop watching trailers.
Let's see.
My gosh, you guys are while you're looking for a new comment. TRC gave 5 subs to the community as a birthday present, so thank you for that. And then Breezy did 1,000 bits, and then TRC did 100 bits, and you guys are amazing. And thank you.
Happy birthday, Danae. Danae's Twitch blowing up.
Trying to
Love
kick off a birthday hype train right now. You guys.
Lucas says, "No laughing, no whispering, no expressing any human move."
No.
Oh, yeah, that's my person right there. Let's connect.
You and Lucas going to the movies.
Yeah.
In separate rows as well. We're not actually together.
Let's see. White Duck also says, "I saw Belfast on Saturday with a theater that had like 11 people in it. I wanted to clap at the end credits, but nobody else did, so I didn't." Yeah,
correct.
Well, there you go.
Correct.
That feels right. That feels right. Let's see. That's Not My Name Too says, "I don't even eat at the movies. A bottle of water at most." Man, when it gets quiet in a movie theater, you can hear everybody masticating. Like it is just like chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah, I don't do that. Now that I'm going to movies a lot more, I don't take food.
Public mastication.
Yeah,
not okay.
Here's one. JC says, "Oh, story. The last Star Wars movie, when the evil guy appears, my dad leaned over and went, 'I thought he was dead.' Don't do that, Dad."
Stop.
He's
Dad,
not wrong.
Stop. You're embarrassing me. Stop. Let's see. Jetsmith says, "I was the guy once watching Don't Breathe in the scene with the turkey baster.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave.
When the girl yells, I laughed out loud and no one else did, and I found it funnier because no one else did." That movie sucked. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Jagged says, every time I'm going to stop watching trailers, I end up watching the next trailer to drop. That's called addiction. It's something we all deal with in one way or another.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Good
great
run.
topic.
Good run.
Great topic.
You guys ready to move on to Aaron's topic?
Yeah,
today?
let's do the A topic. Here it is. What is your favorite food to introduce people to? I have a new one. Actually, I've known this one. I was able to introduce both Danae and Ian to the loaded sticky biscuit at, which I think I've talked about on the show before, at Big Biscuit. It's especially cool with Ian because I've been very much looking forward to his reaction on American biscuits, the idea of what a big fluffy biscuit is and if there is any kind of comparison in England. And so that's kind of become a really fun thing. And then, Danae, you said something about the loaded sticky biscuit tasting like the inside of a cinnamon roll, and it was really good. It just made me happy. It just made me so happy.
It is. It's just like if you have a really good cinnamon roll and you go to the middle of it where it's still really, I'm going to use the M word, just trigger warning, moist.
Okay.
And it's just like, got all of the good stuff all chunked in there. Yeah, that's what it's like. It was like the inside of a cinnamon roll. It was so good.
We'll start here. Breezy Lady B says, loaded sticky biscuit? Yes, this is at Big Biscuit. There's one on, for locals, on South Campbell, and I think there's another one on Glenstone. But it's just an incredible biscuit. They make incredible biscuits, and then they put icing, caramel, cinnamon, cranberries, raisins,
nuts, some kind of nut.
And some sort. There's a nut in there
almonds,
too.
Pecan.
And
maybe.
It might be either an almond or a pecan. But it is incredible. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever tasted. So it was fun to introduce those to these two. But I got me thinking, like, what is that food? I have to introduce somebody to this food if they've never had it before. But I also wanted to get Ian's thoughts on American biscuits, because biscuits in England are cookies pretty much.
Yeah, this has been a big cultural point of contention.
It's been. Hey, Ian, welcome to the U.S. We want you to have a biscuit, our version of a biscuit.
We want to feed you.
And then it was like a train wreck of trying to find a good biscuit, knowing that we have a good biscuit spot here. But we were in Tennessee to start last week, and we went to this one place thinking that would be a good biscuit, but it was a hockey puck, and so that didn't taste delicious at all. And
Which
so
would be a scone. It
was a scone. It was absolutely a scone.
Like, we're sorry. This isn't a biscuit.
Yeah.
Don't judge us based on biscuit. Yeah.
I have these and I don't like them.
Oof, it was not good.
So give us your first.
It was nice to finally give you a biscuit.
Actual American biscuit thing. Because you had biscuits with gravy, which we do.
Yes.
And then you had a biscuit with honey, like an American biscuit with a little bit of honey on it.
Yep.
And then you had the loaded sticky biscuit.
No.
So you had...
I had the loaded sticky biscuit first.
Correct.
You shoved that right in my mouth. I was like, I'm not awake yet.
Aaron also shoved the honey biscuit in your mouth, and it was like something from a movie. Aaron is like delicately putting the honey on, and then he reaches over the table like, here, Ian, try this.
Yeah,
and
there was only one way I could eat that, and that was, you're going to feed me. Okay, this is fine. Is your wife okay with this?
Jen's over there like, yay!
Yay!
I was just like, can I have some? So
yes.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Really
yeah,
good
so
stuff.
I got the loaded sticky biscuit put upon me. Like, no one else has any food in front of them, and Aaron just sends this plate upon me, and everyone is watching me. I was like, well, I guess I have to like this. But it was glorious, and there isn't a comparison. I'm sure we have the technology to make it in England, but there's nothing that immediately springs to mind. It is calling it a scone isn't really fair. It isn't doing any justice at all. But it just melted and fell
it's
apart.
flaky and soft.
It's so good, and it's so diverse because my breakfast also came with biscuits, and I still don't know what the gravy is, but it's great. It's like a hollandaise type sauce.
Yeah, it's a sausage gravy. There's probably a little pepper in there, and they just
But it was stunning. It was so tasty. So thank you for introducing me to something that I will not be able to have in my day-to-day life. Thank you.
We talked about you should do like a biscuit shop in, you'd have to call it something different.
Yeah.
So we were trying to think what you would call this in England, because you couldn't call it a biscuit. You'd have to call it like a...
Didn't you call it like fluffy scone or
like
scone fluff?
Fluff bread or something?
Yeah,
or,
flown.
Yeah.
Flown. Because I probably would have to fly them over here.
Flones.
Flones.
Flacones?
Yeah. I think people
Something
wouldn't
like
understand it, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
TRC says, I love introducing people to the game The Isle. Oh, wait. Did you say food?
That's fine. No, I get it. You got your thing. You want to make sure people know about it. I get it.
What's funny about that is she introduced our gaming group. Also, this is someone from the Ranch Fam group that I RP with. She introduced us to The Isle a couple weeks ago. It's a dinosaur game and it's so fun. You like become a dinosaur and you like go around in this free roaming world trying to survive as a dinosaur. So like I've got like a Tyrannosaurus. I've got these like these creatures that I'm trying to keep alive. It's really fun and scary. It's so cool. It's so Jurassic Park. Like you're in there and you've got your headphones on and all of a sudden you hear this boom, boom, and here comes a Brachiosaurus.
It's amazing. It's awesome. Very fun. Wydock says, have Ian and Danae gone out for quesadillas since he came to visit? Or quesadillas, as we say here in the States.
Yes, you want to be incorrect. We've had a lot of Mexican food, actually. I don't think we've had any quesadillas yet.
We have.
I've had a lot of... Did we? Mm-hmm. I've had tacos. I don't think I've had...
Yeah. Well, you had one bite of a quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Was that... Did I?
You did.
Okay, good. I have. The answer to that is yes.
Apparently it's yes, but he didn't know.
Jagga says, pumpkin cookies. My wife got a recipe from her grandma, and they are delicious, soft, with a brown sugar glaze. And everyone we give them to ends up loving them. It's the crack of cookies.
I do love pumpkin bread, anything, like pumpkin carbs or good carbs. Let's see. That Weta says...
I just want to say this will never happen, Jets Mets. We're never taking him to Golden Corral. Okay.
Golden Corral. That Weta says, that sounds great, but don't confuse Ian. Biscuits are usually not sweets. Yeah, no, he knows. He knew the loaded sticky biscuit was a different kind of thing. So yeah.
Good way to ease me in, because my biscuits are sweet.
Yes,
so,
true. Yes, exactly.
It was a good gateway biscuit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was thinking of it. I planned that all along.
Real Mikey says, I introduced my ex to Chinese food. The twist is that I am an extremely picky eater, and I just decided one day I wanted to go to a Chinese restaurant. She was speechless until she ordered her General Tso's. I love that. There's so many foods that we're going to be like, we literally have a list of things that we want to have Ian experience while he's in the States in our neck of the wood. Of all places to come, Nashville and then Missouri is interesting. But we have things to do. So we've got this list, and the greater, most important list is just food.
It is all
we
food.
want to try this, and then this, and then this. So we're just going to be eating our way around town.
Yeah, I'm so okay with that.
Real Mikey says, Aaron feeding Ian a honey biscuit is the 9.5 weeks remake I didn't know I wanted.
There is definitely some fan art in there. There has to be.
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Lolly asks Ian, if you brought Aaron and Danae home with you, what would you show them? Please say Yorkshire puddings.
I will absolutely show you Yorkshire puddings, but it would have to be accompanied by a full Sunday roast. Yeah, definitely. That would be great. Yeah, you know what? That's probably a really, really good suggestion. Just as a typical English Sunday roast with like chicken and Brussels sprouts and mashed potato and all of the English stuff that we do, the Yorkshire puddings. And then for dessert, a spotted dick, because that's just probably the most famous of English desserts, with a good bit of custard.
I'm curious about how you eat eggs.
Really?
With the little spoon and then the little
eggs and soldiers.
Yeah, eggs and soldiers.
I remember having to explain that.
I would love to try eggs and soldiers.
It's great. I can make that. I don't have to be in England to do that. I can make that for you here. I have the technology.
I was trying to think what other English food I've seen or heard of that I would be curious about, but nothing's coming to mind right away. So.
Oh yeah, and just to add to it, the Brachiosaurus that boom walked by is actually another player. Just to be specific on the aisle, so it makes it even more interesting, because that Brachiosaurus is another person, and maybe you're like these little raptors, and you're gonna get a group of raptors, and you're gonna try to go take down the Brachiosaurus, and how are you gonna do that? Anyway, thank you TRC for reminding me how. Nice. She also adds, I try to get people to try these health drinks at a local place here, mostly so I have an excuse to get one too. That's why you
fair.
do it.
Yep.
That's the thing, is it's really about you.
Yeah.
You want to go back and experience it and hope that you can bring somebody else along with you.
I think we can go on to you questions. So if you've got anything you want to ask us, go ahead and start getting that in the chat. I will say that did make me think. I did try a new health drink just yesterday for the first time called Kachava, and this is not an ad. I know they are like doing advertising on podcasts. Hashtag not sponsored. Kachava, call me. But anyways, it has all this like superfood stuff in it, like all the things I never eat and my body never gets. And the taste it's not like a 10 out of 10, but it's also not a 2 out of 10. And so it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is kind of smooth and chocolatey, and throw a banana in there. It tastes really good. And then I know I'm getting like all these vitamins and minerals and stuff. And
this is exactly why they won't sponsor you. That is the most lukewarm review of any product ever.
For some people, that's a great review, though. For some people who are just like, oh, like I want to drink something that's going to give me all this stuff. I just need it not to taste terrible. And this does not taste terrible.
Good.
So that's kind of the review. But I'd never had anything like that before. And it's got all this frou-frou vegan stuff that I have no clue about. And
Aaron was like, let me read you the ingredients.
Yeah.
And like 17 miles later of our road trip, he was done. It was
It's true. It's true.
It was a lot. Yeah. Maid Reaper says, we have this bakery in town called Will's, has the best cinnamon rolls ever, and not many people know of it. So it's fun to show off. We're going to be doing that with a local bakery here in Republic, because there's this really, really good bakery that's so delicious, and they have amazing, and like not a lot of people know about it because it's local. My question to you is this the same cinnamon roll I've seen pictures of that's like the size of your thigh? I'm curious. It's not big. Actually. We've been debating that in the chat for a while. So.
All right, on to your U questions. We will start with JCD saying, U question inspired by a discussion in the Sins Chord. What is the one emphasis on one hallmark of a good relationship? You get to pick one thing that makes a good relationship. Who wants to go first?
Humor.
I think it's valuable. That's a great first draft pick. Yeah, that's a great first draft pick.
If you don't laugh with somebody, it can, like, laughter is a really wonderful thing, because you get to see a lot about someone in the way that they laugh, like open laughter, just like it's just this burst of energy, and you also get to learn a lot about somebody on what makes them laugh too. So when people fall down and hurt themselves and their bodies are broken and they're laughing, you're like, oh, okay. So humor is a huge one.
Yeah, laugh together, just not at movies.
You can.
At home.
You can. Yeah,
has
of
to be
course.
at home. Yeah.
Just
yeah, exactly. No, that's a good one. Ian, you got something that comes to mind?
I don't know that there's a word for this, but it's being yourself. So like just that ability to have no filter and I don't have to pretend to be the public version of me. I can be me at home. And I don't know that there's a word for that. But.
Well, the word may be along the lines of like trust, right? Like there's something about the idea of a relationship where you can be completely vulnerable, like vulnerability. That's probably where we're going.
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
Like just this place where you're vulnerable and can just be your complete self. No, I agree.
Breezy adds the word authenticity onto that.
That's a good word too. Yeah, that's a good word too.
Here's one from. Oh, did you want to answer the question, Aaron?
I mean, if you don't want me to, I don't
I'm
have
sorry.
to.
So, what is your favorite uniquely named dish?
Listen,
my favorite uniquely named dish. My favorite uniquely named dish is unconditional love.
No,
that is.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
What's your favorite part?
Very diverse.
Grace. That's probably what I would say. Forgiveness and grace. That's a big one. Yeah.
What is your favorite uniquely named dish? This comes from YouTube. Medina asking.
That's a good
there's
question.
this Welsh rarebit. I don't, having grown up with like not really interesting names for dishes. There was one that I just remember the first time hearing it when I was little. I thought it was really funny, and that's goulash. I just thought the word goulash was funny. So I'm going to say that one just quickly.
That works. Bangers and mash.
That's a good one.
Love that. So I'm not even sure what bangers are or mash is, but
Bangers are sausages.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
the
I
mash is mash
Mhm.
potatoes, but
That's
potatoes, but
so
smashier.
helpful.
Yes.
Mash is,
yeah,
Mash.
mashed potatoes. Yeah,
People
boil
might
them,
not
mash them,
know
stick
that.
them in a
People
stew.
wanna- Yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters. That's a
Nice.
good one. It's a good one.
Eggs Benedict, because I just like saying Benedict.
Follow-up question to our earlier conversation. What is love? We're going to skip that one.
Baby, don't hurt
Don't
me.
project.
Wow. Wow, you two. Just wow.
No more.
I'm gonna go in the same direction. I'm just gonna put this up. This happened at a different time, but it kind of like
Yep.
looks like the head bopping too.
Yeah,
So
there you
I
go.
need
There you
to
go.
throw something in a bin.
Oh no. You question from Jagged. We just tried a new sweet potato dish for our Thanksgiving dinner last night. Is it like a test? Are you
By the
testing?
way, happy Thanksgiving week, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
For those that celebrate. Yeah.
Bing. What's a new or unique dish that you are trying or have tried for Thanksgiving in the past? Preferably one that was good.
That's a good question.
Man, the thing about Thanksgiving for my family is we kind of get into that rut. I don't know that you want to call it a rut, because part of Thanksgiving is
Tradition.
you go back to the same meal because it has so many memories attached to it. So I think for me, part of the like love of Thanksgiving is knowing that I'm going to have the same thing every time. So we haven't had a new dish come to the table in a while. At least not for Thanksgiving. I don't think. I think like the most recent one is an addition from maybe 10 years ago or something. And that was when my dad decided to make garlic potatoes. And that was the newest addition. And it became an instant, like, this is what we want every single year. And so my poor father, every single time we get together, it's like, we want the same potatoes. And so he knows that's his dish that he's making. So anyway, it's not an incredibly complex thing. It's just potatoes, garlic, and a ton of cream.
This past Thanksgiving, I made an aloo tiki with some hairy chutney, and that came out really, really well. It's just like a
Don't know what any of those words
no, it's a
are.
crispy bronze potato patty. There's the fiery chutney green sauce that goes along
All right,
with
podcast listeners, listen. You can't see the smarky little smirk that's going on over there on Aaron's face. He's just reading some menu item right now. Don't panic. He does. He
has no idea what he's talking
having
about.
peanut butter for Thanksgiving.
You know, honestly, we had a lasagna for Thanksgiving one year, and that was amazing. You know, switching out the turkey sometimes is fun. But, you know, my answer to this would be the first year we actually brined the turkey, like did a full brine on the turkey. It changed everything because I like turkey, but it's always been a little bit dry or, you know, whatever. And it was the best turkey I'd ever had. The brining just absolutely keeps it juicy and delicious. And yeah, so the first time we brined a turkey was a big deal for sure. Yeah.
Syrinx says dressing with oysters. Breezy mentions the Jello surprise from Aunt Grace.
I don't know that I want the word surprise in my Jello.
Or any food.
Having experienced that myself.
Is that a piece of celery in my Jello? What?
No, really.
Is that a biscuit?
No,
Why is that?
No, but she would add like peanuts sometimes.
Or
so, you know.
carrots.
Like, carrot, yes.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
carrots in Jello? My grandma did that. I'm like, why are you putting carrots in Jello?
There's a story circulating around, rest in peace, Aunt Grace, that there was a Band-Aid in there one year, but I can't remember if that was a joke. Like, you know how sometimes the story of like Aunt Grace's Jello surprise just gets like more and more funny. And so like someone just throws out this idea of a Band-Aid one year and it's just like we all laugh about it. And then you wonder if it was real or not. So I don't know if that was actually real or not.
Yeah.
My mother is actually brining the turkey. She says she's starting that tomorrow. So I guess we're having brined turkey this year. Yes. I'm so
Nice. So good.
Yep.
Jets Mets.
Oh, wait. I want to throw this one out real super quick from YDoc, who says they're doing pan roasted Brussels sprouts with pecans and they hope it goes well this year. Me too. That sounds delicious. Let us know how it goes. Okay, Aaron, sorry.
No, you're fine. Jets Mets says, you question, Ian, what's the most WTF moment in the USA? Something that you question why we do it.
Oh, coming from a place that makes well, coming from England, I have that thought every single day. Oh man.
About England or about the U.S.?
Oh no, just in England, as in we do a ton of stuff that makes me go,
right,
why?
yeah.
Why are we doing that?
Right.
There was you guys like themes, so I landed in Charlotte in Tennessee in the airport, and it was just like, you know what our theme is going to be? Rocking chairs, and just rocking chairs everywhere, and everyone's walking past them as if this is normal, and I'm like, can we just accept that this is not normal? And I was just like, how do I position myself in one of these and look relaxed and casual? I was like, nowhere else have I seen that.
Ian walking through the Charlotte airport. Why are there rocking chairs everywhere? Have you guys lost your mind? Who's using these rocking chairs?
Who set my plane to 1919? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It was odd.
Rocking chairs are always interesting too, because you finally get into them and then you're committed, but then the getting out is the tricky part.
I've got a plane to catch and I'm just so comfortable right now. I can't get out. Help.
That's a good answer. Wydock, I'll just address this quickly. Says, have any, obviously just Aaron or Ian, seen Belfast? Thoughts? I really liked it, but it felt long. I have not seen it yet.
Not yet.
Do not have a screener for it yet, and haven't been able. It's not playing locally, so I have not seen it. So apologies for that. I would love to give you thoughts if I had them.
8 says, did Ian inform you about the game Syncord plays and how some of the Sins team ended up getting killed in the game?
I'm glad this came up because I saw the aftermath because somebody sent me a picture saying, sorry, Ian, you're dead. The soap did it. I was like, good morning. In English, we say hello. I jumped into the Discord and I am still none the wiser. I don't know, but I
don't know
I
what's going
unfortunately
on
passed. Yeah.
I'm confused.
Great.
It's just part of our level of fame. You know, when you're this famous, people are going to play death games about you. It's just, it's just part of what happens. You just got to get used to it.
I see. I think I understand what's happening now. Oh boy. Let's see. Next one. Jagged asks, was there cat food in the Jello mold? Let's say yes.
Sure.
Let's just say yes.
Makes as much sense as carrots.
Lolly asks, who is hosting Ian for Thanksgiving? We're actually going to be dividing him amongst many families. He has an itinerary of where he can be for different courses. So we're just, sending him all around. But
Progressive Ian.
Truly, Ian, have you decided what you want to do for Thanksgiving?
Hide.
Yeah, that's the answer. That's good stuff. Let's see. Did you have another one, Aaron?
I don't see. No.
Okay.
Nope. I will say this. JCD says, I think you mean Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, but he
no,
stopped
you're
in
right,
Charlotte.
sorry.
He did stop in Charlotte and Nashville.
Yeah, but I did mean North Carolina. However, I did not know where I was at all. I knew that where my next plane had to be and I needed to be on it, but I could have been in New Hampshire. Who knows?
Yeah. JCD also says Ian would be confused at a Cracker Barrel. We did stop at a Cracker Barrel. I don't think you went in though.
I did not. No.
Yeah.
No, I think he felt
lots of rocking chairs at Cracker Barrel. Yeah.
In the ether, he's like, I don't know how I feel about this place, and he just stayed at home.
I sensed the rocking chairs.
Yeah, well, they're on the porch, so you probably saw them and like, that's it. I can't. Yeah, so if you don't want Ian to enter your home, kind of like a vampire, you you put like the garlic around. Just stick a rocking chair on the front porch, and Ian's literally I can't.
How I know not to enter. Yeah.
I can't.
That makes me sad.
Real Mikey says, Ian, what's the neatest thing you've seen / experience that you want back home?
Oh, that you want back home. Yeah.
Aaron and Danae.
Oh, well, sorry. We'd love to come visit sometime. That would be fun. That would be fun. Let's see. JCD answers probably American biscuits. Yeah, that's probably not far off.
That's it. I'll have it.
JCD says, hey, if you can join in on join their quiz days or on Sundays, we should probably at some point put the CinemaSins Discord someplace where other people can find it too, so that more people can join those games. I love that you guys play games.
Sounds good.
Lolly says, I joke, but Thanksgiving is my favorite new American tradition. It's so kind and genuinely welcoming. It is a great holiday there's a real great feel to the Thanksgiving holiday. It does feel very warm. So, yeah.
Jagged wants to know what souvenirs you're taking back, Ian.
I did the thing where
10
I
pounds.
filled No, I think I'm. Yeah, absolutely. No, I did the thing where I filled my bag so much and then thought, what if I want to take something back home that I don't currently have on my person?
Yeah.
So I'm not, and it's so hard. Like I would love to take home food, but it's so hard to get that onto a plate.
You gonna grab a screenplay from the collection here?
I may well. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
I think the answer is still Aaron and Danae.
No. It'll be like an entire suitcase of like biscuit mixes.
It will. Anything to declare? Nothing I'm comfortable explaining.
Yes.
Well,
there you go. There you go. A special birthday edition of the Morning DNA.
DNA.
Excited to do it.
Thanks, guys, for listening to the show. From my Twitch followers, we're going to be going and rating somebody here in just a second. So hang out with me while I figure that out. And Aaron, you can take the show out. Ian, you can tell people where to find you.
Yeah, Ian, where do you want people to go find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Whitsinned, WHITTSINNED.
Very nice. You can follow him there. You can follow us on Twitter as well. Also, if you want to join Team DNA, you can certainly do that. That's at patreon.com/Studio DNA. Kind of helps us keep doing this thing and adding new stuff. So that's at patreon.com/Studio DNA. Danae, where are you sending your Twitch peeps?
I think that we're gonna go to see Brush for Hire today. I haven't chatted with Brush for a while, and he has a very quirky, fun community. They're very welcoming, and he has a guest today. I'm curious what's going on. So Brush for Hire is a miniature painter, and you can do really fun things with his reward channels, and I dig his vibe, and I've also written him into some scripts before. So yeah.
But before that, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday, dear Danae.
That's me.
Happy birthday to you. There you go.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye.